I've been busy making a capsule wardrobe for a mini break to Barcelona, and I'm going to give you a little update today on where I'm up to. We go in 3 weeks time, so if you're interested in making your own capsule wardrobe, or you're going on a city break and you need some inspiration, come along. Hi there, I'm Christine the Gemini Stitcher and welcome to my sewing space. Yes, we're nearly there. It's 3 weeks to go till Barcelona and I've got 3 garments left to make. So today I thought I would whiz upstairs, get the rail out, put everything on the rail that I've made so far, and we can have a little recap before I make the final garments. Before we do that, let's have a look at what I've made this week. I've made 2 garments. They're both Barcelona related, of course, and I made them both at Sewing Socials. I had my own social last Wednesday. It was the last one at the Mill House venue, but do not panic. It's just relocating to somewhere closer to home, and it's going to be on a Saturday, which I think fits in with people a little bit better. We did it on a Wednesday because that was the only day I could get the venue. So we're doing it on a Saturday. Now, the one on the 11th of October is booked up, which is amazing. I'm limiting the numbers to 12 to start off with, just to see how it goes, because I don't want it to be too loud, too busy. I want it to be a tranquil, relaxing experience for people. And I've been to ones where there's 18, 19, 20 people in the room and the noise levels with the talk and the machines can just get a little bit much, for me anyway. So my socials are going to be limited to 12 people, well 14 with me and Steph. There is still room on the November one, so I will put my email below that you need to send a request to get details on my sewing socials, which are at Walmsley Unitarian Chapel in Bolton. Then, so what did I make at my social? Well, I decided that I didn't want to oik my sewing machine and my overlocker with me, so it limited what I could make. And I recently bought another pattern. Well, I bought 3 patterns, but they don't count because they're all bag patterns and they were on offer from Sew Modern Bags. You've probably seen them all over Insta and the socials. They've been doing a big campaign and promoting these, and you get the 3 bags for a set price. Can't remember how much it was. I think it worked out about £6 a pattern, which is not bad. So let me grab the bag. Here it is. I've used fabrics from my Studio 77 boxes. Different boxes. These 2 fabrics did not come together, but the main body and the back of the bag I've been doing a beautiful sage green pleather, and then the accent on the front has been done in a waterproof bright pink floral fabric. Absolutely loving it. So this is a crossbody bag that comes across the front of your body. It has a crossed zip compartment at the front, so 1 compartment. Then it's got the main compartment in the top. Now on the pattern they have a leather strap and a little press stud on here. I didn't do that and I'm regretting it now, but what I think I can do is open up the inside of the back pocket again, because that's where you turn it through. Get up the inside and put some kind of turn lock, I think, in there, and then it'll keep that closed. So it is finished, but I need to tweak it. Just because, yeah, I just feel like it's not quite done, not quite at that level, if you get my drift. So it is a crossbody bag, and then there's another zip on the back and pocket. So there's 3 compartments. It's going to be great for wandering around Barcelona to keep all my belongings secure, because it's going to come across the front of my body. And it's in greens and pinks, which are the colours for my Barcelona collection. So there's the bag. I will pop the link for this bag, and if I can find the link for the special offer, I will pop that on as well, because there are 2 other bags. One of them's a little, they're all crossbody bags. One of them looks like a little backpack, and the other one, it's like scoops like that and goes sort of under your arm. So I quite fancy making the other 2 as well. Obviously, otherwise I wouldn't have bought them. But for now, for Barcelona, perfect. And I've even got some green and pink webbing as well. Can't remember where I got it from, but I've had it a while. I got it from one of the Knitting and Stitch shows. I think it was in Harrogate last November, possibly. But dug that out, so I am using stuff from my bag making box, which is brilliant. Now, you'll possibly remember last week that I said I was going to make an Archipel top to go with my cord set that I finished last week, and ta-da! I've done it. So this has been made in the viscose silk remnants that I got from Mr. Tissue. I've put some really chic gold buttons on it. It's a lined top, and if I'd have had enough of the fabric, I would have lined it in the same fabric, but unfortunately I was paying fabric Tetris, so I've lined it in a lightweight cream viscose fabric. Got it out of the remnant bin at my local Abercarns, and it's great to use for linings, and I've done the little frill on the bottom as well. So they're my 2 makes for this week. Not a shabby attempt. Now I'm going to move upstairs now, and we'll have a look at the Barcelona rail, and then come back down and have a recap of what I need to make for when I go in 3 weeks' time. Okay, so the rail is out, and I've got quite a few garments already made for Barcelona, so we're going to run through them together, and then you can see there's no catwalk in this vlog because I'm going to do a capsule wardrobe catwalk as a separate vlog once I've finished everything. So let's go through, starting with the first thing that I made, and work my way along my rail. So this was the first thing that I made, and it's the Donny shirt from Friday Pattern Company. I'll just take it off, and I teamed it up with a pair of the Mitchell trousers, and I made it look like a cord by having the same linen fabric on the collar of the Donny that's in the trousers. So that was a whole lot, 2 garments made, 1 outfit. The next thing I made, I did this at Adele Sofa Serenity's social when we went down there back in the beginning of August, and I made the pony jacket from Helen's Closet. I made it in a beautiful cord floral fabric, but it's got all the colours of my capsule collection in it, and that's going to be my easy throw-on jacket to take to Barcelona if the days are chilly, and for travelling in as well. This is the 3rd garment that I made, and it is the Seasons of East Summer in New York dress. Made it loads of times, absolutely love this dress, and it's been made in a viscose silk fabric from Mr. Tissue, which has got a leopard two-tone fabric with a leopard print in the weave. So that was garment number 1, 2, 3, number 4. Garment number 5 was my patina blouse hack that I did. I added the sleeves, the trumpet sleeves from the tuk-tuk dress from So Different Patterns. I took the big collar off the patina and I changed it out for a cute ruffle around the neckline and added some trim at the ends of the sleeve just for a little bit of accent. So that is garment number 1, 2, 3, 5. Oops. Garments 6 and 7 were a cord set that I've made. So I've made, hopefully it didn't look like a rag. So I've used the Barra Studios shacket pattern to make a throw-on shirt and teamed it up with a pair of saguaro elasticated waist trousers. I've done it in fabric again from Mr. Tissue that's got a very definite border print on it. So the border print is on the bottom of the trousers and the bottom of the shirt as well. And then the last garment that I've made is the one that I made today. And it is the Archipel top that I'm going to wear underneath this shirt as a layering outfit. So they all go together, and indeed that top I could wear with the linen trousers as well. So I'm trying to make it a little bit mix and matchy, and then I don't take a huge suitcase full of clothes because I want to fill it full of fabric, don't I? So there we go. They're the garments that I've made so far. I've got 3 left to make, so we'll bob back to the sewing room now and discuss the last 3 garments that I've got to make for my capsule collection. So what do we think? It's getting there, isn't it? But I have still got 3 things that I need to make. One of them's already cut out and is going to be my make for this week. And then I've got another 2 weeks to get the other 2 things done. So perfectly doable. Now, the first thing that I want to make is in this cream, gorgeous soft knit fabric that I got from Beyond the Pink Door. If they've still got it, I'll put it in the link below. It is quite a fine, but not see-through, knit fabric. Lovely and soft. And I want to make the balloon cardigan by Wardrobe by Me. I'll pop an image of the balloon cardigan up there. It's cut out, so I'm going to make that this week. And I want to do the round neck version, and I want some rose gold press studs on it, which I think will just take it up to the next level rather than just putting plain old boring buttons on. So that's my make that I want to do this week. And then there's 2 more garments still to be made. Now, if you saw my Atlas pants the other week, I've worn those to death. Feel great in them. Definitely want to make another pair, but they're blue and they're not in the colour scheme that I'm taking to Barcelona. It's a bit silly of me getting blue, but I love the colour. So I got some of the same fabric in olive green. Now this is a sand-washed lyocell twill from La Marzi, and again I will pop the link below. So I'm going to make another pair of the Atlas pants in this fabric, and somebody has requested that I do a sew along for the Atlas pants, so we'll see if I've got time. If I've got time, I will record it. I will try, honestly. And then the last thing that I've not made yet is the dress, isn't it? It's been that long, I want to call it the Fristeria dress. It's from Itch to Stitch Patterns. I'll pop an image of it up here. And it was the one that you all recommended that I make this fabric up in. So I'm saving the best till last and making the Fristeria dress, if that's what it's called, in this fabric. It is a viscose twill and I bought it from Higgs and Higgs at the Knitting and Stitch show, and I've had a check online and they've definitely not got any of this left, but that's all right because I've got mine. So they're the 3 garments that I've still got to make for Barcelona. So they're the 3 makes that are going to be made each week up to me going away. So keep your fingers and toes crossed that I get them all done. So let's talk about the sewing bee now. It's finished. What an amazing series it was this year. Absolutely loved it to bits. Bit controversial with Patrick and Esme's choices throughout the series, but that's always part of the fun for me. If I agreed with everything they said, it would be pretty boring to watch. So Kaz won. Yay! I love Kaz. I picked Kaz right at the beginning. She was on my wavelength. Totally admired everything that she made. It might not have necessarily always been my choice, but always pulled it out of the bag and made amazing garments in the Made to Measure challenge. So we did a draw, didn't we? And there are 11 people who chose Kaz. Let me just grab the list of names. So I'm going to run through the list of names and each of them will be given a number and we'll do the number wheel to reveal the winner. So let's do the list of names. Then I'm going to do a little montage of Kaz's Made to Measure garments for us to reminisce. And at the end, I'll do the draw. So the people in the draw are Bridget Usher, Alison Harrison, Patricia Webb, Love Red Souls, who I know is Claire, OLDTYKESEWS, Emma Reed Shaw, Karen Deesner, Leslie McClelland, Linda Crocker-Ikins, Christine Crabb and Linda Bobby. So they're the 11 people who are going to go into the draw. Let's go and have a little reminder of the amazing garments that Kaz made over Series 11, and then I'll see you in a bit for the draw. Wheel. Keep your fingers and toes crossed, girls. One of you is going to win the lovely prize. And the winner is number 5. So let's see who number 5 is on my list. Number 5 is OLDTYKESEWS. So you need to email me. I'll put my email address below and tell me what colours you want your prize to be in. So there we go. OLDTYKESEWS has won the prize and you're going to be made one of my pyramid sewing desk tidy stroke pincushions on my embroidery machine. This is mine that's made in pinks. So what I need you to do is email me on the email address below and let me know what your favourite colours are, and then I can incorporate them into your pyramid sewing organiser and get it sent out to you. So there we go. Another week of sewing all done and wrapped up. So next week, as I said, I'm going to be doing my cardigan, and I did make another garment this week, but I'm not showing it you. Naughty me, because I've made my final version of the rowie dress, and the reason I'm not showing it you today is because on Thursday we're going to do a deep dive into the rowie, and it's a little bit of a sew along. It is a sew along, but it's not in huge detail like some of my other ones are. So if you're interested in how the rowie turned out in my finished garment fabric and you fancy making one yourself, pop back on Thursday and we can do it together. So gonna love you and leave you guys. Have a wonderful sewing week, and I will see you on Thursday or next Monday if not. Take care and happy sewing. Bye.